Hello, welcome to my channel. We have been solving this past exams, past papers uh, for mathematics. You can see this is mathematics, pure math number one. And this exam is for May, June 2025. And we have solved 10 questions. You can check in my previous videos. So today we will be solving question number 11. So this is the last question of this exam. Let me go over it. This is question number 11. Okay, so the first part is express this function in the form of this expression. Okay, so you have to complete the square basically. It's not easy, it's not difficult. So this is x squared plus 4x plus 2. So what I will do, x squared plus 2 times x into 2. This will make 4x, right? So now this is my b. You remember a square plus 2ab plus a 2ab into b square plus b square. A square plus 2ab plus b square. So my b is 2. So I have to add 2 square over here, right? Now this is an extra thing I did. So I will have to subtract it minus 4. And I have to include this plus 2 as well. Okay, so now this expression is exactly same as the previous one, but from here to here it is x plus 2 whole square. Okay, a plus b whole square means a square plus 2a into b plus b square, and minus 4 plus 2 is minus 2. Okay, so we have expressed this given expression in the form of x plus a square plus b, where a and b and d. So this is my a and b is minus 2. Okay. Okay. The function f and g are defined as this. Find an expression for f inverse x. Okay. So you see, let me do it over here. This function f of x, it is given as this expression, which I can write as x plus 2 whole square minus 2, right? So how does it look like? Remember, if I have only f of x equal to x square. So it will be something, a parabola like this, right? We know this thing. Okay, now if it is x minus 2 square, so a x plus 2 square, it means this is shifted to the left by 2, right? So this is a parabola which is 2 units left. Okay, so it is the same thing, but something like this now. Now if I have a function f of x, which is x plus 2 square and minus 2. So this would be shifted to the left 2 units and shifted to the down by 2 units. So I have this parabola something like this. Okay. So the given function f of x is this one. Okay. Let me erase this one or at least cross it out so that it may not confuse you. Okay, so the given function f of x is this one, but there's a condition here as well that x is less than minus 2. So it means we are considering only this portion of this function. Okay, why is it important? Because we have to talk about the f inverse, and if you're talking about f inverse, then f inverse can be taken only for the function which are 1 to 1. This is 2 to 1 for two different values that have the same values of y. So that's why we are trying to get rid of this portion. So this, let me give you some other color. So this is not included in our function. Okay, so my function f of x is only from here to here. So x is less than minus 2. Okay, this point is minus 2. So before I have this function. Okay, so now this is my function f of x, and now you have to find the function f inverse x, right? Okay, so let's try to do this f inverse x here. Okay, remember, in order to find f inverse, right now I have y equals x square plus 4x plus 2. So now I will replace x and y. So this is x equals y square plus 4y plus 2. So you remember this expression on the right can be written as y plus 2 whole square minus 2. Remember, we just did it before in part A. So there was x, but I just had to talk about y. So plus 2 minus, okay, yes. So from here, you can see that y plus 2 square uh, is equal to x plus 2, right? If I do take minus on the other side, it's like this. And y plus 2 would be plus minus square root of x plus 2. And y is equal to minus 2 plus minus under root x plus 2, right? Okay, now I have to choose one value because in the function there cannot be two values. Remember, if this is my function and if I'm trying to find its inverse, so inverse will be uh, a mirror image in this line, right? So when I take the mirror image, it will be something like this. This portion will be the one which I'm not repeating, but this is the one which I'm repeating, which I want to take, right? So my inverse function is something like this. Okay, so you can see that it is negative. So my answer is going to be negative 2, negative under the root x plus 2. Okay, I hope I'm making it clear. I'm not confusing you that why I'm choosing not the positive value, but the negative values only. Okay, so this will be my inverse function. Uh, let me make sure for myself that yes. Okay, so I will say that f inverse x, this inverse function, it is equal to negative 2 under, sorry, negative x plus 2. Okay, and you can see that here, whatever was the range here, same would be the domain here. Uh, so, yeah, right, but the, sorry, whatever was the, yeah, what the range of this function, for this function, the range, it was y greater than or equal to minus 2, right? So for this function, my domain is x is greater than or equal to minus 2. And you can see the x is going to be negative 2 and more than that, positive values of this. So this is my inverse function and this is its domain. Okay, so I hope this part is clear. Now the next part is to find the expression for the GF inverse. Okay, this is the last part. Okay, so remember my function f of x, write it here, that f of x is given as x square plus 4x plus 2, and g of x is given as minus x minus 4. So what is gf of x, right? We need to find the inverse. So first we find the actual function, gf, yes. So what is gf? G of x, gf of x is same as g of f of x, right? Okay, so my f of x is x squared plus 4x plus 2, right? Now, when I apply the function g, it will become whatever is x, it will be negative of it. So it is negative x squared, negative 4x, negative 2, and then negative 4 as well, right? So this will become negative x squared, negative 4x, and negative 6. Okay. Now, the range of this f of x, its range was that y was greater than or equal to minus 2. Remember, we talked about it before. The range of this first function, yeah, this is my f of x. So its range is from minus 2 above, right? Okay, so that will become the domain of this second function. Okay, So this is the domain of this checking function. So g of x is domain is x is greater than equal to -2, right? So whatever the range of f of x, that will become the domain of this second function. Okay, now this function can be written as, let me write it again in this form, negative. So x squared plus 4x, I will write it as 2 times x times 2. And then I have to add into it plus 4, right? So it is basically -6. I put -4 here. And then -2, I put it separately. Okay, so this will become -6. Okay, so it is minus. And this, everything in the bracket is basically x plus 2 whole square, right? And -2. So this is my composite function gf of x. Okay, and now I'm ready to find its inverse. So now I want to find gf inverse of x, right? So what I will do right now, I have this function y equals -x plus 2 square minus 2. So from here you can see that okay, minus y equals x plus 2 square and plus 2. I multiplied everything by negative. So x plus 2, sorry, I need to replace x and y. Okay, I mixed up. Okay, so this is minus x equals y plus 2 square plus 2. Now we'll solve it for y. So y plus 2 square is equal to -2 minus x. And y plus 2 is equal to plus minus under the root minus x minus 2, right? And from here we can see that y is equal to -2 plus minus under the root minus x minus 2. Okay, now what value we take as over here, the negative or positive? You see this function, the actual function, not the inverse, okay, which is given by this expression. Okay, how does it look like? Remember, this is my function, y is equal to negative x squared. Okay, and when I put y equal to negative x plus 2 square, it will be shifted to the left 2 units, right? Okay, and then when I do y equals negative 2 and negative x plus 2 square, it will be the same function shifted by left 2 units and shifted down by 2 units. So this is my graph for this function. Okay, and what is the domain of this function? Remember, domain of f, that was what was the domain of f of x? That x has to be greater than -2, right? So x has to be greater than -2. That will be the domain of this function as well. So, okay. Uh, so we have to take this portion only and we will disregard this one. Okay. And when we take the inverse function, so we have to find this reflection in this line. And that would be something like this. Okay. So we have to take only this value. Okay. And that would be uh, on the negative one. So y is equal to -2, negative under the root negative x, -2. Okay, so this is going to be our function. And remember the domain here, x has to be less than or equal to -2. Because when x is equal to -2, this will become 0. And when x is less than -2, it will become positive. And only then we can calculate this value. Okay, so my function, the inverse function, gf inverse x, this is going to be -2, negative under the root negative x, -2. Okay, I hope you followed this presentation and I hope you enjoyed it. If you ever have any question, you can always ask me in the comment section. If these videos are helpful to you, then I will appreciate that if you can subscribe to my channel. It will be your support to me. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.